Not much to talk about San Diego, really. I mean, it was a rough weekend. The track was pretty technical, and I just wasn't feeling good all day. Like, I woke up not feeling good. We all kind of had the cold going around, and just wasn't really feeling comfortable on the bike either. So missed qualifying, but oh well, brush that off, and just kind of erase that weekend from my head, because it was just a really rough weekend. And all my practices, I never felt comfortable. We were trying to make adjustments, and just I was really struggling with the bike setup. So San Diego was a rough one, and not all bad things come out of those bad races, but just really realized that I needed to work on bike setup going to A2 the next weekend. And then after San Diego, we were just focusing on getting the bike ready for A2, and I dropped my suspension off that Monday for factory connection, and they turned it around really quick on Tuesday, and I got to ride the 250 one day, which has kind of helped a little bit, getting more comfortable. Also, it was raining still in California, so we were trying to find places to ride that were dry enough to ride, and then later in that week, I think Wednesday or Thursday, I got to test that new suspension that Factory Connection did it for me really quick, and it was a 9-day difference going into A2. I felt so much more comfortable, and I was ready to take on A2, and we made a huge step forward. So that was a really good change that we made, and I was feeling really confident going to A2. So I felt like that was going to be a much better weekend for sure. Feeling like I was finally back to riding like myself on that new bike. I was finally adjusted and the suspension was dialed in. So going to A2, I was feeling really good, and we had a much better weekend. I mean, I qualified better, the heat race was better, and the semi was even better, and then the LCQ, I just barely missed the main by 4 spots. And just if my starts were a little bit better, I think I would have been in the main. So it was a big step in the right direction, getting that suspension turned around, and I was feeling a lot more comfortable, more like I would feel on a 250. So A2 was a really good race, and we just kept building from there and feeling a little bit better, making more adjustments, and getting ready for Phoenix the next weekend before we headed back home. Yeah, we got to ride at ACP the 2 days going into Glendale, and got to stay at the Wild Horse Casino with Cooper and AP and some other riders. So we'd had some fun going out to eat and then hanging out at the casino during the night, and then during the day we went out to ACP and we go put in our motos and made some more steps forward. Suspension was feeling even better. I rode my 250, tested that race bike suspension, and it was feeling really good. So we put in the work that week, got to stay in Arizona, had some fun, and put in the time on the bike, made some tuning adjustments, and we were feeling ready for Glendale that weekend. ACP was really good preparation. The track was awesome. Bobby did an amazing job getting the track ready for everyone, and since all the riders were actually drove down from SoCal to Phoenix to ride, there ended up being a lot of really good riders there trying to dodge the rain in SoCal. So it was really good practice for me, just trying to base my times off of the really good riders like Tomac and Cooper and JG. And there was tons of good riders at ACB, so the track was great, and it was good just to watch those guys and learn off of them, because every time I get to watch them and ride with them is a big learning curve. So that week was really fun riding at ASP, and there was a lot of good guys there, so I think I learned a lot and was feeling really confident going into Glendale. Glendale was the first round that was indoors, and we didn't have to really worry about not having to do the first untimed practice or the track being muddy, or if it was going to rain the night before they had to cover it. So that was a lot less stressful, just knowing that the schedule was going to be on time and nothing was going to be screwed up. But we actually walked into the track for a track walk to look at it the first time, and it was actually muddier than the first 3 rounds. So that was a little bit of a shock. They said they had to put down more water at that track because the dirt was so much different, and for it to be good the whole day, it had to start off wet. So it was pretty crazy. The first practice, no one was really hitting any rhythms, or a lot of it, the track was sketchy and more muddy than the past couple rounds, even though it rained at those rounds. So it started off really muddy, but the track broke in really good. They made changes, and it was really good for the night show. Glendale was a good race. I mean, it was still a learning curve and getting ready for East Coast, so I qualified better than I had been, so that was a good step. First of all, was qualifying a little bit better, and the heat in the semi, I felt like I rode okay, just my starts weren't there, and I think I went down I got hit in the semi, and I think someone just hit my front brake caliper, and my front brake went away for half the race after they red flagged it, and it was just kind of sketchy. But the LCQ too, I had to race knowing that my front brake was going in and out because I think it bit my rotor too. But it was kind of a rough race, and then the LCQ, I was just trying to turn it around. I was riding good, passing people, and then I went down on the last lap. So I mean, overall I had fun, and the result wasn't very good, but I rode better than I had been, and even though I made a couple mistakes, I think it was a good learning curve, and we made some progress on the weekend, and we were feeling ready going into Oakland.